I'll be darned, I didn't realize that. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We're on that one. I'm going to switch this over to this other camera. There you go. Now we're on that camera. Yeah. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the big show today. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on this beautiful Thursday, March 7th.
March Madness. We're not going to talk about that.
No, we're not talking about that. Hey, hold on a second. You didn't turn your microphone on.
Why do I have to turn my microphone on, Bruce? That's a production issue, not
the engineer. Where's the doggone engineer?
Doot, doot. Is that better? Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. I can hear you much better.
Thank you.
I think it's the fault of the operator
TD, technical director.
Operator error, and the operator in this case is me.
That's true.
I'm not 100%.
Yes, I noticed that. And if you have to excuse yourself, I can manage.
I do not intend to have to excuse myself, but I can just tell you, ladies and gentlemen, there are some nasty bugs going around. But thank you very much for your concern, Len.
Yeah, I'm not that concerned.
I'm feeling much better.
Well, you should.
I appreciate your thoughts on the matter.
Did Doggy Bush help you with your illness?
Actually, he might have pushed it along.
But anyway,
but you know, I haven't. I'll tell you about it in a minute.
Well, you probably should.
Yeah, we'll move on with this show. This beautiful Thursday, March 7th. We're avoiding the rain so far. We'll start later.
Later tonight. Thursday night into Friday.
What are they talking about?
Stormageddon.
Is it snow?
Stormageddon. No, I don't
Stormageddon.
I think Stormageddon.
Is it Stormageddon?
I don't know. It's supposed to. What was it? Tuesday.
That's not your job anymore, is it?
No, it's not. But I was a TV weather guy for 3 minutes one time.
There he is. Len Wells, Wayne County Press roving editor. No longer.
Former meteorologist.
Former.
3 minutes.
3 minutes of a meteorologist.
Terrible. I was dreadful. Oh, it was awful. I didn't understand the green screen concept. I didn't understand that. Had no clue.
That's the thing, Len. You were so good at your job that you were able to train long-term professionals, and that have gone on to serious meteorological careers, like Lloyd Lindsay Young.
I can think of three that left there and went to prison too.
Marcia Yockey,
Lloyd Lindsay Young.
Lloyd didn't go to prison.
No, but Bill Barnhill did. Bill Barnhill went to prison. I'll tell you that story if you want to get to it.
Yeah, we'll get into all kinds of stuff. We got plenty of stuff to talk about today, ladies and gentlemen, as Len Wells has joined. And we're going to have a lot of fun.
Bill Kamal went to prison, too.
Bill Kamal went to prison?
Oh, yeah. Federal prison.
How did Bill Kamal go to?
Children. That's all I'll say.
That's all I want to hear.
Yeah, you don't need to know anymore.
I don't want to hear anything. Let's tell you a little bit about what's going on in and around your area today.
Oh, boy.
On Thursday, March 7th. I must tell you, I've had a difficult time finding things here in this early March.
Why?
There's not a lot going on.
Oh, well, most of your high school stuff
Thursdays.
Done on Thursday. Well, of course. Oh, yeah, it's a Thursday. Friday's basketball.
Friday I'll have basketball.
Well, you're into the postseason stuff, right?
It's all but over.
Locally, it's about all over.
It's certainly over locally.
I hate to hear that.
It ended Tuesday.
Oh, my goodness.
T-Town lost.
How did the floor affair?
That ended about a week ago.
And the Mules?
That ended about 2 weeks ago.
And Mark Carmel? How about Mark Carmel?
Flora knocked off Fairfield.
Oh, how about Mount Carmel? How they doing?
Mount Carmel, they got beat about 3 weeks ago.
They're a much better football team anyway.
Well, their best basketball player didn't go out this year because he's also their best football player.
And he didn't want to get hurt playing basketball.
He won't get hurt because he's going to the University of Illinois to play.
Oh, your alma mater.
That's right.
Well, does any count?
I hope. I never got a chance to see him play.
How's the Fighting Illini doing in basketball?
That is so
kind. Is that hurtful?
Is that hurtful? See, now this tells you, ladies and gentlemen, just how close Len pays attention to college basketball.
Oh yeah, they
played the number 2 team in the country, on Tuesday night. Well, it wasn't ignominious. Let's put it that way.
Was it a blowout?
No. They had the lead with 2 minutes to go and blew it. It was more of a choke.
Coaching issue, probably.
No.
Oh, I know why it was. They didn't have the Indian out there. Chief
There are
Alanowick
people-
wasn't there.
There are people who would tell you that is part of the problem, and
I kind of miss him myself, and I understand why they got rid of
I
him.
cannot give you objective proof that those people are wrong. I mean, that's the thing. I can't give you objective nor subjective truth. There are proof
But the fact
either
do
way.
remain.
He is gone. He ain't coming back. Fact do remain. He ain't coming back.
What's the rest of that punchline? Does he know how to play the piano? That's a great punchline. You remember that joke?
No, it. Heck, I wrote
No.
it. Speaking of great punchlines, that's my
No,
favorite.
heck, I wrote it.
No, heck, I wrote it. Using a different term. Ladies and gentlemen, speaking of fun, tonight
I like fun.
up at the Village Wine and Spirits in downtown Effingham, Illinois, you can see
Is that a liquor store?
kind of, but they also have like a couple of rooms for different bands
Entertainment
and stuff. Entertainment, right?
No, you're not talking about lap dances, are you?
No.
Not that kind of entertainment. I didn't know what you're talking
No,
about.
it's gone entirely out of
Oh, you're talking
control.
about like machines.
Yeah, well, no, I'm talking about people come in and play music, live
That kind of
music entertainment.
that kind of place.
A different, yeah. I'm glad you jumped directly to strippers and gambling. There are other kinds of live entertainment.
Tell me this place again because I want to go check it out. It
It's
sounds
at
like an interesting
it's
place.
Village Wine and Spirits in downtown.
That sounds like a fun place.
Downtown Effingham. They have 2 rooms.
Really?
Yeah, they have,
well,
they have a
country and
large room
western.
upstairs.
Country
They
and
have a
western.
I don't know. Well, tonight it's jazz.
I love jazz. I really love jazz. You think I'm making that
You're
up?
almost there. At 4:30 today. 4:30.
They've got the early bird.
They've got the early bird special for you.
I love that music. I used to play that back in World War II.
Jazz is perfect for senior citizens.
It is.
So they
Get your pacemaker going.
Okay, I'm hiding my face. That's just the wrong.
Anyway, what's the name of the
Live
outfit?
music from the Scott Swinderman Jazz Trio
They
starts
just got out of
today.
prison, didn't they? I think they did.
We'll have to check Judici. See,
This is not like the Well, what's the name of that band from St. Louis? The Well, what? No, go ahead, please.
it's not Bulgarians, but it's right next to
Oh,
it.
it's right next to it.
That'll be tonight at Village Wine.
Sounds like a fun time.
It'll be a heck of a time.
Oh, yeah.
Man. Go ahead and
Please
enjoy that.
tip your waitresses. Absolutely.
And this one we might need after that. The Effingham County ROSC will provide a
ROSC?
free, I'm not sure what that means, a free recovery wellness group every Thursday at Kirby Foods at the
Where's
Iron
Kirby
Horse
Foods?
Cafe. It's just across the railroad tracks from downtown on the, the railroad tracks in Effingham?
Yes, yes.
They've got, there's the big grocery store just across the track.
Yes, I know exactly where
On
you're-
Baker Street,
So
I
right
believe.
next to that or close
not
to it
Baker,
or in
but
it or
on-
whatever.
Huh?
In it or next to it or whatever.
Well, it's kind of a mall set, not a
Oh,
mall
okay.
setup, but a strip mall type of setup.
Kind of like
You have
Westport Plaza, only different.
probably more like for you to be more familiar with like what they had the Baroviaks
Oh, yeah.
over in Albion when you
Yeah.
had the little shops on the
Right,
west side.
And I think a doctor's
Kind of
office
like
there,
now
too.
at Save a Lot in
Yeah.
Fairfield, where you've got the
Pharmacist.
This would be in the place of the pharmacist.
Well, how about that?
Let's see, the Iron Horse Cafe, hosted by the recovery navigator Felicia DePoister. This group is all inclusive. All forms of recovery are invited.
How about that?
And maybe you can go there for your gambling and or stripper
Addiction. Or problems with.
problems. Yeah.
Well, it's a very nice program.
The no cost to attend. Refreshments will be provided. Felicia DePoister.
They'll be serving setups.
Well, you can give her a call if you'd like more information.
I actually know that lady. It's a very nice lady.
Do you?
Yes, I do.
Well, you probably have this number in your phone.
I probably have it.
Is she your sponsor? This is our last show. Ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate you watching over the years. I'm glad that
the Alpha and the Omega.
I'm glad that my first show and my last show featured Len Wells. If you want to get a hold of Felicia to find out more information, give her a call at 217-690-3773. What else?
Who has more fun than people?
No kidding. What else going on today, ladies and gentlemen?
Not much.
National Cereal Day.
Oh, there's my favorite right there, cornflakes.
Urges y'all to get your bowl, spoon ready.
I had some Cheerios this morning.
Did you?
I did. Hard, healthy Cheerios.
Well, I'm good for you. The National Cereal Day each year. Yep. Since the end of the 19th century, cereal has become America's most popular breakfast food. Now, not only is cereal eaten for breakfast, it's becoming a popular bedtime snack. Some people even enjoy a bowl for an evening meal.
No.
Bakers will turn to cereal in their cake, cookies, and bar recipes. The most popular cereal is a popular cake.
Rice Krispie treats.
Rice Krispie.
And I love them. Does it like marshmallow cream and Rice Krispies, basically.
What year was, a gentleman named Ferdinand Schumacher, a German immigrant, began the cereal revolution with a hand oats grinder in the back room of a small store in Akron, Ohio.
What year was that?
And I'm asking you, I will give it to you if you come within, I'll give it 20 years.
1847.
Ladies and gentlemen, Len Wells.
How close?
1854.
I've got it.
In 1854, he
ground his oats.
He ground his oats. You know what that became?
An oat grinder.
That became German Mills American Oatmeal Company.
And later General Mills?
The German Mills. The first commercial oatmeal manufacturer. And in 1877, he adopted the Quaker symbol. So you were on the right track.
Wow.
So yeah, congratulations.
So Yammer just started, Yammer, whatever his name is.
It was Schumacher.
Yammer Schumacher.
Yeah, so
he used to play football for the.
He was a tight end for
Akron,
Ohio State back in the day.
Right.
How
about that Clark lady playing women's basketball, breaking all them point records? What's her name? Clark. Caitlin Clark. Boy,
Caitlin Clark. She's very good.
Very good.
She's
and she's going to go in the what they call it, the women's WNBA draft or something. She'll be number one pick.
She will be the number one pick.
Will they pay her decent? I hope.
Oh no,
because it's women.
Pretty much.
Sad.
Well, it's not because it's women. It's because they don't have the kind of market.
The crowd and marketing. They should.
She'll get paid. Actually, she'll get paid more in endorsements. Much more in endorsements than she'll get paid.
Tennis shoes and T-shirts and sports bras and things.
But you got to play basketball.
Did I say sports bras?
Well, yeah, she did. She's on State Farm commercials. Crying out loud!
Don't get me started on that. I wrote a column about that.
On Caitlin Clark on State Farm commercials.
State Farm. I love State Farm. I have State Farm as my insurance, and I'll probably never change.
Well, you're going to get us.
But I'll tell you why I don't buy it. Super Bowl. They spent millions on Super Bowl.
I saw that.
And keep raising my rates.
I saw that column.
It's frosted me.
Well, it clearly did.
Yeah.
They're part of that money's going to Caitlin Clark.
Evidently so. Like a good neighbor. What else you got going on?
They're right there.
I've
got more than that. This one you might really like even more.
Yeah.
Are you going to have this National Crown Roast of Pork Day?
That sounds disgusting.
Crown of roast pork.
Those are like ribs wrapped around and something that looks like short ribs.
Yeah, I think so.
And then look like popcorn on top. What
ribs
is that on
pointing
top?
upwards, forming the points of a crown.
What they got on top of that? Popcorn? Looks disgusting.
That looks like, must be potatoes.
Maybe shrimp.
March 7th recognizes a delicious and elegant savory dish on National Crown Roast of Pork Day.
Well, I love pork and I love crown roast.
For a beautifully set table ready to receive a feast worthy of royalty or celebration.
Wow.
Crown roast of pork earns its name when a pork loin forms a circle with the ribs pointing upwards, creating the points of a crown. Often they are held together with twine, then seasoned, usually stuffed, roasted and served, making a beautiful centerpiece of the table.
Oh, my gosh.
The ends of the bones may be given a paper frill treatment for added decoration. Let's see if I have one. No,
Oh, that doesn't look bad. Maybe that's like not a chutney. What do you call
well, that looks like stuffing.
It does look like stuffing, doesn't it? That would be good. That'd be good.
Or maybe fruitcake. Did they throw fruit?
No, that would be disgusting.
I can't tell you what they did there.
I can think of other things to do with fruitcake, and putting it on a pork dish is not one of them.
Yeah, I don't know exactly.
Shoot it into space is one thing.
With fruitcake?
Yes.
Well, that's, so there you go. I don't have any historical facts.
Speaking of ribs, my wife made a wonderful beef short ribs meal last night. Oh,
really?
Delicious. Braised beef short ribs with red wine.
Did she not realize that you were going to be wanting
I had no idea.
A crown roast of pork
I had no clue. Had I done more show prep, I'd have known that.
Well, I mean...
And I would have talked her out of doing the beef ribs.
The 40 hours or so that you put into show prep. You kind of hate to ask for more.
Yeah. What else you got?
I really do hate to ask.
You had that one picture of cereal that looked like pepperoni. What was that all about?
I'm not showing it.
That's a good thing.
I'm not showing it because it didn't make sense.
It
didn't make a lick of sense. Speaking of breakfast food, cereal, the other one today is also a breakfast food, ladies and gentlemen.
Pancakes.
National Flapjack Day.
Flapjack.
Apparently, pancakes and flapjacks are actually two different things. They are. This day honors the sturdy, wholesome cakes we've been cooking up for generations. Recipes handed down from grandmother to son and mother to daughter continue to bring smiles. Flapjacks were staples of pioneers pursuing new lives on the frontier, packed with nutrients and energy. Flapjacks provide the fuel they needed. See, now that's what apparently here is what they used to. They're actually.
Now the one on the left I could eat.
One on the left looks like pancakes.
What's that? That looks terrible.
That's flapjacks.
I wouldn't eat that. Well, I guess maybe if he had enough beer. What? Are you serious?
Flapjacks yes, that is what flapjacks actually
Looks
are.
like granola bar.
Somehow the name was taken to mean the thing on the left.
Well, that's what I think of as on the left. The stuff on the right looks like a Nutri-Grain
The ones
bar.
on the left look great.
Don't they, though?
Yeah.
Except you don't need all that fruit. Just syrup and butter. That's it. That's all you need.
I'm not going to disagree with you.
I'll have a bowl of fruit on the side,
Kodiak Cakes founded this day to celebrate healthier flapjacks. I'm guessing that's like got granola.
Have you ever had flapjacks made with buckwheat?
Buckwheat like pancakes.
That's what I meant.
Yeah.
That's what, not buckwheat Saturday Night Live. No.
No, but yes, I have had
They are
buckwheat
belly
pancakes.
bombs. I mean, they just set up like concrete, don't they?
Yes, they do.
That's probably not a good thing to be talking about with you.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. That's very kind. I see what reminded you not to talk about that. You happened to look at me.
That's true.
I appreciate that.
Oh, I hope you're not communicable.
I do too. Let's just go on. See, now that's what flapjacks are.
The one on the right's
The one on the right is what flapjacks are supposed to be.
No, not going to eat it.
I don't know what that.
I don't either. It doesn't look. It looks terrible.
I don't know. I don't know about that. What do you want to see on television, ladies and gentlemen? We got all kinds. Today, Lynn.
March Madness.
It gets rolling. College basketball tournaments will be going from now every day until all day long, from now until the end of next week, next Sunday. That's when you'll have Selection Sunday.
Ooh.
And then the NCAA tournament will start that, if you count Tuesday and Wednesday nights, but in earnest on Thursday.
Earnest is just below Effingham, isn't it?
No. It's in Pennsylvania.
Ohio, Pennsylvania.
Yeah. It's in
the wheat harvest began in earnest, and I never knew where Ernest was. Pennsylvania. Okay.
Yeah. College basketball.
Or is that the guy at the Walmart greeter used to be? Remember him?
You look at the wrong camera.
Remember that guy?
Vaguely.
Short fingers.
Yeah.
Go ahead, please. So, go ahead.
Now you know this. You enjoy this. The Missouri Valley Conference Tournament.
Well, that would be your Owensboros and Evansvilles and things like that.
No, that's the
Division One.
Ohio Valley.
Ohio, what'd you say?
Missouri Valley.
Oh, that'd be St. Louis. And
that's in St. Louis.
St. Louis, okay.
Yeah, they've got 4 games today,
Wow.
all on Valley, Channel 630. Leave it there. Don't move it if you want to see the MVC. Also, by the way, I didn't even mention the state tournament for boys is this weekend.
Wow.
You've got Class 1A starting like 9:30 in the morning.
Oh, my
They're going to go all day. And then you've got, I'll just tell you, ask if you know some of these team names.
No, I'll try.
Missouri State at Murray State.
The Murray State Racehorses.
Murray State Racers versus Missouri State. Used to be Southwest Missouri.
Billikens. No.
That's the Bears.
The Bears.
Followed by the Valparaiso
Booger Pickers.
Deacons versus the Belmont. This is Nashville.
Not Belmont over by Mount Carmel.
No, this is Nashville Belmont team.
Belmont Cats.
Bruins. You were just talking about the Bears.
A bear.
Yeah. Then you've got at 6 o'clock Evansville versus Illinois State.
Evansville Aces.
Evansville Aces.
And
that's
what was
right.
the other team?
Redbirds.
Oh, the Red, of course.
Yeah,
Cardinals,
State
whatever.
Redbirds. And then the UIC Flames versus the Southern Illinois Salukis. You weren't going to
Saluki Dogs. Yeah.
You would have gotten Salukis.
I think so.
Then also, that's all on Valley. On ESPN2, you got UAB versus Temple, Colorado, Oregon.
University of Alabama, Birmingham.
Yes.
Wow.
You're doing very well.
Thank you.
You ought to be very proud of yourself.
Okay, thank you. I thought for a minute it might be Utah.
Give the double thumbs up again.
Short thumbs. The Walmart thumbs. Welcome to Walmart.
Cal, that's on ESPN2. Fox Sports 1 has 3 in a row also. Rutgers at Wisconsin, was Washington at Washington State, Arizona State at USC. You just hop in when you know any of these things. Arizona
Trojans.
at UCLA.
Trojans?
That's USC.
Thank you.
Terrifically well done. NBA at 6:30. It's a doubleheader on TNT. Miami versus Dallas.
Miami Heat.
At 6:30, and that'll be followed by Boston at Denver. Miami Heat is right.
The Boston Loggers.
You know the Boston Celtics.
Oh, the NBA. I'm sorry. Yeah, Celtics.
NBA, sorry.
Larry Bird. Is he still playing for the Celtics?
Larry Bird is...
is he retired?
60...
Well, he could be a coach.
No, he could, but he's not.
Did you know my one Larry Bird story?
Huh?
The one Larry Bird story that I had from 100 years ago?
I look forward to it.
Okay. We're going to take a break?
Yeah, I'm going to take a break. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey with Len Wells. Back in a sec.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Le Mans Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Le Mans always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at lemansonline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
At Clay City Banking Company, we're all on the same team, regardless of zip code. At home, work, school, or across the country, you can be part of our team with our cutting-edge mobile banking products. From your hand, you can check balances, transfer money, make deposits, and pay bills. Looking for a loan? We've got you covered with our mortgage, agriculture, commercial, and consumer loans. Join our team today. Clay City, Flora, Louisville, and Fairfield Banking Companies. We're the hometown banks, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Chapman's Furniture has the best prices every day. You can find them open Monday through Saturday from 9 to 5 and located at 210, 300, and 306 West Main Street in Salem. Chapman's features a full line of furniture, including Ashley Furniture, bedding by Sealy and Bimco, and the largest selection of rugs in Southern Illinois. They have a huge selection of recliners, including lift and power, and wallpaper and border in stock at closeout prices. Call 618-548-2221 for the best price around.
Briscoe Surplus Sales on the northeast edge of Flora is your one-stop do-it-all shop. Looking for rugged boots and footwear from great brands like Lacrosse, Rocky, and Carolina? They're there. How about top-notch small engine parts and service? Briscoe Surplus Sales has it. Whether you're wiring your switches or switching your wiring, Briscoe Surplus Sales has the solution and the know-how to help you get the job done right the first time. Briscoe Surplus Sales, your one-stop do-it-all shop.
It is all things new at Zimdar's Heating, Air Conditioning, and Appliance Repair. We have a new line of heating and cooling equipment and new technicians. Our new equipment line offers 24 months free financing and excellent warranty coverage. Our experienced service technicians can provide you with quality service and repairs on all brands of HVAC equipment. Zimdar's has been serving Clay County and the surrounding areas for over 23 years. The employees of Zimdar's are here to help, so call local and call Zimdar's.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen.
Scared me.
I'm gonna switch your cameras. How about that? Now, let's go.
I like that camera. It's a nice one.
You like that one better than that one?
I don't care. I don't care. As long as you can't see all that stuff over there. That's another
There's
story.
nothing over there.
Another.
There is nothing there except for my water. I mean,
And that's contaminated.
it is now. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. My name is Bruce Dickey. Thank you so much.
I'm Leonard Sue Wells.
And Len Wells is here. He's the Wayne County Press roving editor.
Roving editor.
All right, so Len Wells, you got to tell me what's the big story.
Oh. Well, there's going to be. I guess everybody is getting ready for the big eclipse.
The big eclipse.
You know.
Okay, now you've been through all kinds of big stories that have had long upruns to it. I'm thinking maybe of
Bull Island.
Huh?
Bull Island was one of those.
But you didn't realize that was going to be a huge story.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Oh, did you really?
Oh, yes.
I was thinking more of the '94 the
coal mine riots. That was a big one too.
Well, no, I was thinking '94 the earthquake on December 4th.
Yeah, I remember that one.
That was a big deal.
Yeah, it was a large economy.
In the now that we are kind of in the run up to maybe another one, is there anything you can compare? Or are we far enough into this story that you can compare it?
If it materializes like everybody I talk to says it's going to materialize, this place is going to be overrun from people all over the country, because a couple of years ago literally a couple of years ago, I started doing a little research on where the very center of this solar eclipse is going to be in terms of the most length of total darkness. Totality. Yeah. It was going to be Golden Gate.
Yeah.
I mean, right there. And so anything within several miles of that is going to draw a heck of a crowd. I mean, a tremendous crowd.
Well, I can.
And these communities around here are getting ready for it. But some of them may have started a little late. And I say that because hotel and motel rooms are booked solid already. And I look at Grayville. I was talking to Joellen Seal, the city clerk there, and she said, all of our hotels. They have 2 hotels in Grayville. Both of them are totally booked up. You can't rent a porta potty anywhere.
Grayville's in the see. There's the path.
Yes.
And
Grayville's in that totality.
Okay, well, and I didn't. Okay,
yeah,
so
all that is.
Yeah, Grayville is.
Grayville, Fairfield, Albion, all those communities are in the path of totality, and so all these communities are getting ready for this, and then out of nowhere. It came to me. Somebody sent me what's going on with this outfit at Mill Shoals, and I have a Mill Shoals address. Okay, I live east of Mill Shoals, a little bit back south, and so I get word that there's going to be a music fest associated with the solar eclipse.
Nice.
And it's like a 4-day run up to the eclipse itself.
Yeah.
Being put on by Ivan Dozier and his son, I believe is Alexander Neil Dozier. So Dozier Farms, okay. And that is literally straight west of me. So west of where I live.
So not only...
If I had a slingshot, seriously, I could probably hit the ground that they're going to have this festival on from my house. Seriously, it's that close.
So as a news gatherer...
Oh, man.
Did you say old man or old man?
Old man.
Old man or old man?
No, I'm old. I'm an old man. Old man. Oh, boy. It has the potential of being a large economy size crowd because they have booked 20 entertaining groups, 20 musical groups, and some of them I understand you've heard of.
I've seen them.
I haven't, and that's just me because I'm an old guy.
I've seen at least one of them, and
What'd you say, Sun? What?
Sun Stereo.
Sun Stereo is one. I think that's the top billing the group they have there. Anyway, they booked like 20 groups. This is going to run from because the eclipse is on a Monday. Mm-hmm. It's going to start on a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then wrap up on Monday with the big eclipse in the afternoon. Is that correct?
2 o'clock.
2 o'clock in the afternoon. So anyway, this has the potential of being. I mean, could it be another Bull Island? I don't know.
Let's tell people what Bull Island is in case, because I'm guessing, Bull Island was long enough ago that it's out of the memories of most of the people.
And you can help me with some of the.
Oh, I could probably help with a few of them. I wish I was old enough to have gone. I was barely alive.
The ones that were booked versus the ones that showed up. How many? Can you name some of the Bull Island? And let me explain where Bull Island is. Bull Island is a strip of ground in the state of Illinois, but the only way you get to it is through Indiana.
Yeah.
And so that created all kinds of problems in terms of law enforcement or emergency services being able to help manage this huge crowd.
It was kind of
tens of thousands of people.
It was kind of like Deadwood in the 1800s.
Absolutely.
A unmanaged, unregulated area.
They tried to shut it down, and they couldn't happen because it's Illinois, but you can only get there through Indiana, and it was.
So you're saying your home in Mill Shoals is like that too?
Sort of. I will say that, and I think I mentioned this earlier. I don't live in the middle of nowhere, but you can see it from my house. You can see it from my house. Okay? So anyway, the Dozier Farms is going to be the site of this music festival for the solar eclipse. And if it draws 10 people for each band, it's going to be a big crowd. I'm serious.
Well, now you're talking about 20 bands. You're looking at it'd be 200 people. I know.
I'm serious. I think it'll be
the Moxican Creek Festival that they have in Effingham every year, he'll get 1,000 to 1,500.
I think there'll be thousands of people show up. I honestly do, because the people that are promoting it, they're very good people. They're very reputable people. It's not somebody that came out of the left wing. Like, where'd that come from?
Yeah, left field.
Left field is what I meant. Left wing is a political thing. I didn't mean that. But no, look, these are people that are local. Ivan Dozier.
The family's owned the land for
4 generations at least.
Yeah,
and he's a former state agriculture official.
He ought to know how to get things
Just
done.
Retired last year as the Illinois State Conservationist.
I never had him on the show. I talked to him.
Interesting guy.
I talked to him, and I planned on getting him on the show, but I never had the opportunity.
You may want to get him before the big festival, because he may, or his son, Alexander.
I tell you what, we're going to talk a little bit more about
It's going to be a big deal anywhere these communities are.
We're going to talk a little bit more about it. By the way, do you know what the eclipse is going to look like?
Yeah, let's show it. Can you show it?
Yeah.
Yep, that's it. I've seen it before. You're nuts.
We'll be right back after this. Stick around.
I don't think we should.
Hey, it's our last show.
I hope not. I certainly hope not.
We'll be back in a sec.
Hi, my name is Landon Carter, and I'm a financial consultant at Benjamin F. Edwards in Flora. Whether you're planning to send a loved one to school, preparing for retirement, or passing your wealth to the next generation, we have the knowledge and perspective to implement financial strategies that will help you move smoothly through life's transitions. Here at Edwards, our clients know that we are fully invested in their financial future. To find out more, call Duke and I invite you to give us a call at 618-508-8050. Benjamin F. Edwards, member SIPC.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont's always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
For service beyond the surface, call Carter Trucking in Fairfield. Carter's trucks are ready to haul your big freight and grain. So whatever you call Jeremy Carter, the Mucho Mulcho Man, the driveway doctor, the gravel guru, the pothole pirate, the rockin' redneck, the smooth operator, the mudhole master, or the happy hauler, just call him. 842-2022 to haul your big freight, grain, and more with trucks from Carter Trucking, Williamson Drive in Fairfield.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. Now, Lynn, was you also talked. That's the cool part about this eclipse coming thing.
It's everybody's involved. All the communities around here are involved. They're all having their own celebrations.
I know.
Albion is eclipse on the bricks.
I've got. Oh, really? I haven't. See, no, that's the thing. I was supposed to get the Jessica Gwaltney on the show to talk about the eclipse stuff that they're having in Albion, and we ended up having scheduling issues.
Sure.
She couldn't make it.
That's what theirs is called.
Anna Round's coming in next week from Flora, and they're going to.
Jeff Pollard from Carmine, the Carmine mayor, interesting cat. They're having a big festival out of Burroughs Woods, if you're familiar with Burroughs Woods.
Sure.
And they're going to have a what's his name? Montgomery Gentry? No, not Montgomery.
Oh, no
Gentry.
kidding.
Country guy. Montgomery's his last name.
Clift?
No, that was an actor from the 50s, 40s or something. But anyway. Poopy, whatever he's doing.
Poopy Montgomery?
Yeah, Poopy Montgomery. Anyway, he's putting on a concert.
They're not having that Montgomery guy that was back that played in Fairfield in the 90s, are they?
No, you're thinking of Tex Ritter or something.
No.
Rex Allen Jr. and the Sons of the Pioneers.
Well, see, the reason I bring that up is Fairfield's bringing in Little Texas.
That's right. They're going to be performing at the fairgrounds, I believe.
At the fairgrounds on Friday. That's the thing.
Most people aren't going to have anything on Monday because that's...
Monday's the eclipse.
Yeah, why would you do anything on it other than
That's what worries me about
eat and party and stuff.
That's what worries me about the Mill Shoals.
The Hootenanny thing.
Hootenanny and Mill Shoals is because I want to go see some of those bands, but I already have plans for Monday.
Like working for one thing.
I will. Yeah, exactly right. By the way, thank you so much to the schools who have moved baseball games from Monday. Yeah, so because they don't want to deal with traffic.
Oh, no, and traffic will be outrageous. When we had the partial eclipse, how long ago, 4 or 5 years ago?
That's 2017.
Driving from Fairfield to Mill Shoals, or vice versa, it was just a solid stream of traffic.
Route 45.
Headed down to the Carbondale area.
Right.
It was just amazing. So you can imagine that was a partial eclipse. This is a total eclipse,
up here
however long it was.
Up here in this area, it was partial. Down there, it was full.
I didn't realize it was totality down there, but it was amazing, the traffic that I encountered.
I was in Golconda for the totality. In Golconda, where Golden Gate is today, or not today, on April 8th, Golconda was the spot then.
Wow.
In 2017.
Well, this is going to draw a lot of people. So Carmine's got music planned and a festival planned. Albion's got, like I said, Eclipse on the bricks. Grayville's got an event going.
I've got Flora coming in next week, and I think, I'm not sure if Salem's doing anything. Let's see, where are they? Salem is
I'm sure
in
they
it.
are.
Yeah, I'm sure that they'll be doing something, having fun, and you got it all the way up to Effingham.
I was also told that camping area, talking about your KOAs and stuff like that, booked solid. That's
the thing. I kind of thought that
the hotels are booked.
I kind of thought that was maybe being overblown.
I don't think so.
It's not.
No, it's not.
Because right now, if you try to book a campsite, a KOA campsite in Missouri, I think 2 states are already at 80 to 90% booked.
And in southern Illinois, it's just about 100% booked. Grayville's got a really big, nice KOA there behind Road Ranger. You know where I'm talking about?
Yeah, where the
huge camping thing. They got a restaurant there and putt golf and all kinds of booked. Booked up.
Where they built for when they were doing make the movie or something like that.
Something like that. It looks like a movie set, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And they even got a jail there and all that stuff. But anyway, yeah, that's booked, I'm told. And the two hotels, the Windsor Oaks and whatever the other one is, they're next to what used to be the Mexican
Windsor's open?
Windsor. Oh yes.
I didn't realize it was still open.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And you know who's been staying? They've been putting up there most recently.
No.
Migrants, not the right word. What's the word?
Immigrants.
Not immigrants either.
Migrant farm workers?
Migrant workers that they have brought in to work at Champion Labs.
No kidding.
Seriously, because they can't get enough people to work the lines. They're all with a big, huge sign now hiring, and you can't get enough folks so they have had migrant labor doing some of the work at Champ.
So Grayville's a sanctuary city?
I would say the whole state is.
I think the whole state.
But I don't. This hasn't got anything to do. Doesn't have anything to do with illegal workers at all.
I'm making a joke, ladies
Bruce,
and gentlemen.
I saw a bus show up, let them off in the snow. Oh. Don't get me started on that because
I am not going to get you started.
That's just so wrong. It's so wrong. What Texas is doing is so wrong.
I am not going to get you started. Not going to get you started.
Can you imagine you being plucked out of your home and dropped off in some snowy, ice-covered neighborhood with nothing but flip-flops and shorts on, and saying, "Hey, hope you can find a place to stay."
I can't imagine
not without
actually. I can't imagine without actually having done something to put myself in that position. I can see it happening.
Enough said.
I can see the possibility of it happening.
But we'll get off of that topic.
But I suspect that I would have had something to do with it. Maybe some misjudgments in
the television business, this is what we would call, seriously, if something like that were to happen to you, that's what they call a negative threshold event. Can I give you an example of a negative threshold event?
Please do.
When I was in television at Evansville, Indiana, we had a meteorologist by the name of Bill Barnhill.
Okay, yeah, we were going to
Bill
talk
Barnhill
about some of the. I'm trying to remember. He's not the guy who became the NASCAR guy. What was that guy's name?
NASCAR. Oh no, I was a sports guy.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, he had Bill Barnhill's magnificent weather machine, which was a stop-action film thing that he actually, before they had technology, made the map move. Fronts would move across using stop-action film.
Nice.
Back in the day, before they had the technology. Bill Barnhill was an interesting cat. Unfortunately, within 6 blocks of the radio station, there was a strip joint.
The TV station.
I'm sorry, a TV station. 6 blocks from the TV station, there was a strip joint. And Bill Barnhill liked to frequent that place.
Okay.
And that's, nothing illegal about going to a strip joint. It was, But
each his own.
But on Christmas Eve, Bill Barnhill was doing the Christmas Eve weather. Such a precious, tender, and solemn, holy event.
This is going to be
it's the truth.
This is going to be a terrific.
So he brings one of the fair maidens from the Swinging Door. That was the name of the joint, the Swinging Door. Brings one of the fair maidens from the Swinging Door.
It was crisp.
Into the studio with a fur coat on and nothing else. Can't make this up. And she was, thank God, like the stuff over there, off screen, standing there. And of course, the technical director and the guy running the buttons, the switcher. And of course, he could see everything that was going on. And so that's what you call a negative threshold.
That's a negative threshold.
Word got back to management.
Yeah.
Of course, Bill had lipstick smeared all over his face. And he would probably have blown about a .28.
Well,
so that's what we call a negative threshold.
He may not have had a family. He was trying to.
I think he was single at the time.
He was trying to.
Homeless, trying to take care of the homeless.
He was communing. He was trying to create a fellowship with someone and maybe a connection to spend Christmas Eve with, right?
He probably said, have you ever been on TV? Hey, you want to be on TV?
What was the Kamal deal? That was the kiddie porn?
Yeah, he got hooked up into that, and he left the TV station in Evansville and went to a very big market in Florida. Very big market. I'm wanting to say like Miami or
hold right there. We'll finish that when we come back. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. That's Lynn Wells. I'm Bruce, back in a sec. Having car trouble, need a tow, or just some routine maintenance? Butcher Automotive in Louisville has you covered. Locally owned and operated, Butcher Automotive offers complete vehicle repair services along with tire sales and wheel alignment. They're your local Hankook tire and interstate battery dealer. Butcher Automotive offers free local pickup and delivery so your car can be repaired while you're at work or at home. Butcher strives to treat everyone's vehicle as their own. At Butcher Automotive, they don't want you to give them your business, they want to earn it.
Residents of the Clay County and surrounding area have relied on Clay County State Bank for sound professional service for over 100 years. With convenient lobby and drive-up hours, we are ready to serve you Monday through Saturday. We appreciate all who bank with us, and we look forward to the opportunity of working with anyone who is looking for a community bank to help with their financial needs. Give us a call at 665-3314, visit us online, or stop by and see us on the square in Louisville to experience our friendly personal service.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
I thought I'd lost my business in that fire, but my agent was there before the flames were out. He said, together, we're going to rebuild. Our employees depended on it. My independent agent and auto owners made sure we didn't skip a beat. I mean, we didn't miss a single payroll.
For whatever lies ahead, we're always there. Auto Owners Insurance. North Wayne Insurance Agency in Flora is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
See, now we are back.
Did I turn my mic? Hello, is the PA on?
PA's on.
Is the
Oh, I
PA
know you were saying this fella, Bill Barnhill.
Bill Barnhill crashed and burned into flames.
Right.
And left in bad circumstances. Bill Kamal was a great meteorologist and a nice guy, a really nice guy. I remember him very well. And he left Channel 14 and went to Florida market, a big market in Florida. And this was really when the internet was just really, becoming a big thing.
Yeah.
And got hooked up into some underage stuff, kiddie stuff, and wound up going to the federal pen.
Oh, my.
Did hard federal prison time. He's out now. I have no idea what he's doing. But on the plus side of that, we had a meteorologist by the name of Kevin Dees, and his real name was Kevin D. Janison. He came down from Madison, Wisconsin, worked for Channel 14 for a few years, left and went to a little town out west, what do they call it? Vegas, Las Vegas. And he's still there. And then you can't...
It's a small town.
Small town.
Yeah.
And you can't forget Lloyd Lindsay Young.
Lloyd Lindsay.
Who left us and went to WOR, New York.
Did he go straight from Evansville to New York?
He went to WOR, Secaucus, New Jersey,
right.
Which is a New York market.
Right.
Yeah.
The reason I ask is because I had back in the day had DirecTV when the only local channels that they could get were New York and L.A.
And he was on there, wasn't
he? He was on, and I would turn on the local channels, and there's yes. Lloyd Lindsay Young yelling at me.
So he left
with
there.
His pointers and stuff.
Yes, same shtick. And so he left there and went back to his home state, which is in California, in the L.A. area. He's retired now, but he still does a lot. He does
got a kid somewhere.
He does a podcast. He has a son, Lloyd Lindsay Young Jr., who is in the New York market. Doing weather.
Did the kid also go into Evansville for a while?
No, sir. No, he never was there, to my knowledge.
Okay, well, you see, now that's I may have seen him too.
You probably did. His son is in the New York market.
And he's been there forever and ever.
Yes, and Lloyd's retired, living in California, does a podcast, and does a lot of stuff on social media.
Lloyd
he'd always start his show out, "Hello, Flora."
He had a great voice too.
Great voice, great shtick, and he was extremely popular. He was probably as popular as Marcia Yaki was.
No kidding.
Oh, absolutely, no question question about it.
Because she was tremendously popular because she did her little drive around stuff, right?
Oh, yeah, she did all that jumping some body of water on the 4th of July, always and forever.
Yeah.
But what happened to Marcia, God rest her soul, her age, technology had passed her by because she was still writing her map with grease pen.
The big marker, yeah.
With the grease pen. And
you could hear it.
Oh, yeah. You could hear that. And so technology passed her by, so research was done. I'm talking about high-dollar research, audience research, and it found that half the audience loved her and half hated her. That's a bad position to be in as a talent.
Really?
Yeah, that's almost the same as being upside down. If half the people hate you and half the people love you, and the half the people that love you is people over 50, then, from an advertising standpoint,
okay,
you're skidding down the road sideways.
If the number is demographically based.
If you're 18 to 34 absolutely hates you, and that's where the money is.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
That's not where the money is. That's the target audience.
Target audience and advertising.
Yeah.
And that's what happened to Marcia. She just aged out and technology passed her by. Loved her to death. Sweet lady and wonderful lady. But that's what happened to her.
You mentioned, we mentioned a couple of other events that have occurred that have had tremendously newsy events that have had large run-ups of that maybe were bigger than expected or smaller than expected. The earthquake was one. There were so many. This was going to be such a big deal, and then didn't happen.
You mean when they predicted an earthquake?
Yes.
What do we? Oh, yeah.
December 3rd, 1994.
Yeah, I remember that.
I'll never forget
it. It was some scientist or something predicted that.
Guy out of SIU.
Yeah, he was dead wrong. There's no way you can predict an earthquake with any certainty. They can tell you if a volcano is going to erupt in the next year.
What, he gave like 11 months notice?
Yeah, and it wasn't even close.
And
people prepared for it.
People prepared.
Didn't they let school out?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was terrible.
Yeah. That was the thing. They didn't I guess wisely enough, and maybe it's something we'll probably need to do it again sometime. Whatever, you had the civil defense drills and all the supplies from the 1960s and 1970s hadn't been touched since the 1970s until 1994.
Yes,
and it kind of renewed everybody's experiences and thoughts. We might need to have a little bit of emergency preparedness.
And another thing good that came out of that is people were taught what to do to keep your house safe. In other words, secure your water heater to the wall so it doesn't fall over and gas leaks out and burns your house down.
Have a little bit of water handy.
Have some hot water and some food and stuff like that because you may lose power. So there were some good things that came out of that. And I know he was a scientist, but when you look back on it now, people were not following the science. They were folling this guy. And he was wrong. Yeah, that was him.
Yeah.
And he was dead wrong. It wasn't even close. But, looking back on it today, there's no way this guy could even know what he's talking about, right? Today.
Well, sure. The guys today have no idea what they're talking about.
I know where the major faults are. And by the way, there was an earthquake 2 nights ago in Pinckneyville.
No kidding.
2.5.
See, now you pay attention to these kinds
I check
of things.
that every day. And people think I'm nuts that I check, well, if you heard an earthquake, you'd have felt it, you dummy. But no, there was an earthquake yesterday, 10:30, or day before yesterday, 10:34 p.m., 2.5 magnitude, Pinckneyville.
It is fascinating.
I follow that.
It is fascinating to me that they are beginning to get a sense of the ability to predict earthquakes, but
not with any specificity, though.
They're able to predict them within about maybe half an hour or something like that, but not days and days in advance.
Yeah, you got the Wabash River Fault, and you've got not the San Andreas, the
New Madrid.
New Madrid. Thank you very much. And I interviewed a scientist out in California not very long ago, believe it or not. It is her hypothesis that there's a reason why the New Madrid Fault is not doing anything big right now, because it is building up. The Wabash Fault and the New Madrid Fault intersect, and one connects to the other.
Okay.
It's her hypothesis that the New Madrid is causing the Wabash Fault to build up and build up and build up in preparation for a large earthquake on the Wabash Fault. On the Wabash Fault, which brings it further up southern Illinois, because the New Madrid is down in Missouri.
Down southern
Gerardo, that area. But anyway, so this takes it up to along the Wabash River, basically all the way from Carmine, Mount Carmel, Grayville, and so on, so on, so on. And if that fault shifts and does a happy dance,
where is the Wabash Fault?
It runs generally along the Wabash River. It really does. I don't mean but I mean if you look at it on a map, it's basically along and near the Wabash River. But it runs northeast and southwest, and then connects to the New Madrid to the southwest of us. But anyway, she thinks that the New Madrid is building energy onto the Wabash Fault.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, it's going to hit sometime.
Sure.
You're going to the San Francisco and the San Andreas is going to get hit sometime.
Of course.
But we just don't know when.
I tell you, the one that scares the pants off of me is if one of them hits St. Louis. I mean, really hits St. Louis.
Well, you got to figure New Madrid's going to
because that would be that
St. Louis and Memphis both a pretty good shake.
Memphis in particular.
Yeah.
So anyway, but I have an interest in that, and I follow the geology and stuff like that. So it's interesting.
Well, so am I wrong? I thought I had read about. Maybe I am wrong. I thought I had read that they are able to get a few, maybe not even half an hour, but a few minutes now. At least out in California, I thought
that's very likely. Where there's a lot of earthquake activity. Around here we get an earthquake every few weeks, and certainly less than 3.0. A lot of the little 2-point-somethings around here, but out there they get earthquakes all the time, and I think they would be able to predict something a little more specific than around here. If something happens around here every few weeks, I don't know.
Well, then again,
I hadn't heard that.
And then again, around here, I mean, you might end up running into like the earthquakes they're having in Oklahoma,
and those
the fracking earthquakes.
Exactly. That's what and the geologists out there have proved that's what's causing those, but that's not the same as a fault-related earthquake.
Oh, it's tremendously fascinating.
Well, I think it is.
Yeah,
I think it is.
Yeah, that's really cool. All right, now we mentioned a couple of the other. I didn't realize the strike story had that much build-up to it.
It had weeks. I'm talking about Galatia coal mine riot.
Yeah.
Galatia, they were trying to build a non-union coal mine down there, and the unions, as in the United Auto Workers, United Mine Workers, did not want that to happen.
Right.
And I had gotten tips as a newsman that all these people were going to converge on this place and tear it down. And so I'd drive up there first thing in the morning, nothing happened. And I did this for over a week. I would drive from my house in Grayville at the time down to Galatia, and I had a scanner in my car, and believe it or not, state police had airplanes flying over looking for convoys of vehicles that would be.
Oh, no kidding!
Absolutely, they knew it was coming too.
1980.
I can't remember the year, Bruce. I'm so sorry.
Had to be close to that.
Yeah, it was, but it would have been 80 probably. But anyway, so I had my scanner on, and finally, my boss at the TV station said, "You're not going there anymore. You're wasting time. You need to come here and you need to do something else. You're wasting time." I said, "Give me one more day." Okay. Bill Hollander was the news director at the time. I said, "Give me one more day." So I drove up there. I had my scanner on, and my scanner starts squawking a state police airplane. We're seeing people gathering in like DuQuoin, we'll say. And I mean, large groups of people gathering in DuQuoin. We got a convoy headed your way. Literally a convoy, cars and trucks, headed toward Galatia. And boy, when they got there,
it was a convoy.
It was not just a convoy. It was an absolute, complete, and total riot. I mean, the first thing they did was they got out of their cars and tore all the fencing down around the coal mine that was being built. That's the first thing they did. The next thing they did was they set fire to all the heavy earth-moving equipment.
Wow.
Set fire to it. The next thing they did was they went to the town hall and burned down the fire station.
In Galatia.
So they couldn't respond to the fires. And the state police then came in, and the National Guard came in, and this is where, if I got a moment, I hope I can tell the story.
You got about a minute.
Homer Clark, Illinois State Police, retired. He was there. He and I was actually inside the perimeter. So the state police were trying to protect what was left of the heavy equipment, and I was inside that perimeter. And the helicopters were coming in, dropping off more troopers, and taking out. Just dropping off more troopers. So I was in there, and everything's on fire, crazy. And Homer Clark has a gun. He says, "Lynn, it's time for you to go." So he pushed me onto a Huey helicopter with the door open, no doors on the helicopter, and they lifted me out on a chopper. Homer saved my life. He really did. He said, "It's time for you to leave." And I jumped on that thing. There was no seats in it. There was nothing. There was some canvas straps I was holding on to, praying that I don't fall out of that thing. And as they were leaving, the rioters were throwing pieces of metal up through the blades of the helicopter. It was scary.
We just don't think the eclipse is going to be like that.
I certainly hope not.
Have a great day, folks. We'll see you next time. Thanks, Lynn.